It was a mad dash. A signal from the speedboat's radio arrested Smiljana's thoughts. The signal in the crackle and the wind was a call to action against organized crime in the Adriatic. In the last few years, criminal organizations, mafia groups, and local Balkan groups are cooperating in very lucrative drug smuggling and human trafficking, between the two coastlines of the Adriatic. A new model promoted by more modern mafia leaders has emerged in the Balkans. No longer warlords make their fortune killing and robbing during conflict in Croatia and Bosnia. Now they profit by exploiting unrest and the needs of survival of the inhabitants of the Balkans by illegal commerce and smuggling. Tobacco smuggling highlighted the potential of the eastern Adriatic coast for the Italian mafia. Quickly it organized itself to move illegal and highly profitable goods. In the mad dash, the Muslim husband of Smiljana fell victim together with their children, who, after boarding their fishing boat, were heading for a beautiful creek they had newly discovered. Their luck and life ran out in a beautiful creek which had become a mafia-safe shelter. They were executed on the spot, children and all. A lovely Adriatic creek became their watery grave. What became known as Smiljana's operation ended successfully. The smugglers were spotted and intercepted before the cargo could reach the coast of Italy. In Ottoman times, the famous Uskoks, after their persecution, ended up on the Adriatic coast, around the port of Sanjay, to become militant rebels. Today some operate as young Uskoks to attack the modern enemy of organized crime on the Adriatic. The port of Sanjay appears dim on the horizon as Smiljana's speedboat returned to the city, and its symbol Fort Nihaj, which prominently stands out. Fortress Nihaj was built in 1558, with materials from destroyed churches, monasteries, and houses found in the city walls, with a square shape with corners showing the 4 points of the horizon. After docking, Smiljana headed for the castle, holding the invitation tightly in her hands. Entering, she headed straight to the cannon room. The ceremony was already underway. She may not have realized immediately that it was a gathering of Gladio, a legendary group that acted during the Cold War. It came together just after the Second World War, when the CIA and MI6 began a cooperation with NATO, and European military intelligence. It is said that they set up a network of hidden anti-communist armies in Western Europe. Smiljana knew it as a network for training in unorthodox war tactics. It was well equipped with explosives, machine guns, and high-tech communications equipment. After the upheaval of ethnic cleansing in the Balkan, Gladio found itself in a new and dangerous environment for Europe. Ongoing conflict was becoming too uncontrollable for Europe's security. Role of mafia and organized crime with connections to Balkan funding was upgraded. Counties from the former Yugoslavia amalgamated power on the pretext of a strange mix of organized crime and pseudo-patriotism. Senior state officials, trusting more the structures of organized crime, began transferring national resources into the hands of local elites. Crime began to escape its local context, and was exported to Western Europe. The Adriatic Sea became the Mafia Lake. This was finally the reason for the gathering in Fort Nihaj. Gladio resurfaced. Created a strike force for the Adriatic Sea with a mission to chase down all forms of illegality and erect a wall of defense on every threat to Western citizens. Threats came from smugglers and fanatical Islamists. The strike force would be a replay of the heroic 16th century Uskoks. It was the reason for the gathering at Fort Nihaj, framed as an anniversary activation of a team to combat crime on the high seas. Having heard of the dramatic story of Smiljana, she was invited to participate.